everyone, I am Jitendra Singh Daya and I welcome you to read my story where I would be interviewing authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs and much more. Today I have with me Dr. Rupali Memane to answer questions from her listener. Dr. Rupali is an homeopathic doctor by profession. After practicing for more than a decade, she fulfilled her dream by becoming an developer and she completed her master's in computer application from Pune University. And after having worked as a graphic designer in IT multinational company, she worked there for another decade and then she started pursuing her passion of teaching. She is currently working as an assistant professor. Not only that, during the period of lockdown, she have worked on educating teachers, developing teachers on developing e-content and conducted many sessions related to the same. And around 11,000 teachers were benefited from her courses, and this is really commendable. Today, she will be discussing with us about her journey throughout and how she is running into all these things. And also, she would be sharing insights from her experience and from personal and professional life. So, we welcome Dr. Rupali on this platform. Dr. Rupali, now it is over to you.
It's really a great pleasure, and I really appreciate your efforts. And I'm very glad that you have invited me here to tell my story. And so I'm here with you to share my story.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome. So let's understand about like few basic things. We will talk about few basic things first. So I want to know about your past life, how it affected you as a person, and how it helped you to become what you wanted to be in life.
I have done my schooling and my graduation from Mumbai. So
Okay.
as a child, I was a very introvert. I would never speak anything in school or nor in college, and I had very less friends. So I was very shy type of person. I was really afraid of how do I go and approach people.
Okay.
But then as time passed, then my father, he always wanted me to become a doctor.
Okay.
So then I I completed my homeopathic graduation, and then I had worked as a homeopathic practitioner for a decade or so. So that was my journey. So initially, as a doctor, I started with my education field, and as I passed out, I just started practicing. I had helped a few of the doctors. I was with a reputed gynecologist in Pune, then few other specializations also.
Great.
Few
Great.
reputed hospitals in Pune here. Yes.
So, like you worked there for 10 years, and that was kind of homeopathy and related to like how you shared your experience with other fields.
So actually, I had worked with all these allopathic surgeons and all. So
Ah.
there I would assess and check the patients and all, and then try to apply how homeopathy can be helpful for them. So then it was a sort of a research thing which I was doing. Checking the patients, then the patients were usually treated with allopathic, but then I would just go out and check them that what happens if I try to give an homeopathic for them, and they really appreciated it. And I had quite a few cases which really helped the patients, basically for chronic illnesses, whatever you have, your like asthma, your bronchitis, your skin disease and all. So it was beneficial for them, and I had the benefit of it.
So how come from like being a doctor to different field altogether as an IT expert?
I As I said, as a student, I was a shy type of person, as I told you. So I would not express myself enough, not even in the family. So when
Okay.
my father said that you have to become a doctor,
Hmm.
I, like an obedient daughter, I said yes, I will do that, and
Hmm.
I very sincerely and with hard work completed that.
Okay.
But my beneath somewhere, I had that no, I don't belong to this, but I have to do something related to IT. I was very fond of computers and doing programming things out of that. And
Okay.
the purpose for which I became a doctor was my father. But
Okay.
then when I was practicing this medical field,
Hmm.
he was admitted and he had a severe attack, and he was admitted there, and I was the only person who will run about looking after him and all. My family would all rely on me, as I was a part of the medical fraternity and I was in that hospital. So after he was struggling for his life for nearly 1 week, and
Ah,
then after 1 week he expired, and that
okay.
was really a setback for me. I said no, this is not the thing. And the purpose for which I wanted that he should be proud that his daughter is a doctor and all. And
Yes.
so all of a sudden I said, no, I really don't want to do this. And
Hmm.
it's very upset when you have to treat your own family members. I
Correct.
mean, curing the other patients and all is a different thing, but when you have to really
Hmm.
work for them, you have to really care for them. So I said, no, I'm going to stop here now. So after nearly
Hmm.
about 10, 11 years, I stopped practicing, and then
Hmm.
I had to do something. So then in between those multimedia courses and all started. So
Yes.
I just, to divert my attention, I went into
Hmm.
that creative side. So I'll
Okay.
just draw some things, I'll design something. So that
Hmm.
was how the journey started.
Okay. Okay. So I can well understand that how difficult it is to deal with your own family member and treat them. That is one tough part. I definitely agree on this part. So moving on from that life to another life now, you have more than 20 years of experience, 10 years as a doctor, 10 years as a IT professional. So what you think is your passion, and what you are passionate all about in your life?
So, sir, as I said, my father, I was very close to him, and he
Hmm.
being my mentor, he was a professor by profession.
Okay.
And I always admired him as my role model. I said, I want to be a professor in my life sometime.
Okay. Hmm.
So then after doing this multimedia courses and all, somewhere I had that. And as I've done my homeopathy, in homeopathic, if you check, see, you have got more stress on the mental. So I had a one inclination towards counseling of the patients, towards working on
Yes.
their psychological aspects and all, and then doing this teaching also. So when I was completing my courses, there I had that, okay, I'll just go and help my peers or
Hmm.
classmates, and I'll just go and teach them. So from that, then the institute itself said, okay, why not you start as a trainer? You teach so well. I mean,
Yes.
just day before they had taught me, and I would teach the other day. So they said, why not going to teaching? And there it hit me, this is what I was looking in for so many days, and maybe it was inherited by my father or somewhere down. So I started in that teaching, and so everything, it
Hmm.
was like a bundle of things, psychology, mentals from homeopathic, then designing creative aspects, and above all, counseling and training of the students. So the entire thing bundled, and then I started with my training and as a teacher.
Okay.
So
Great.
then I completed my master's computer application. I said, instead of doing a small course in programming, why not do an entire proper master's? Because if I have to teach someone, I need to be perfect myself. So I
Yes.
completed that, and I was a throughout distinction holder. I was a topper in my college, and I
Wonderful.
was working and learning simultaneously.
Wonderful.
So that's
Like
where
it
I.
is really an inspiration. Like living, like once you been a doctor for 10 years, you stopped your study 10 years back. Now again you are coming back to college, and you are learning specialization in IT, entirely a different field. So and getting into it and doing it with a distinction is really commendable. Wonderful. So from there, from your passion, now I would like to know more about your work, how it has been in last 20 years. Like doctor to IT professional, and what is the take from your experience is all about, which you can share with us.
At a bigger picture, there are these different fields: a doctor, then a designer, and a trainer. But if you
Mhm.
look at the overall 20 years experience, everywhere it was a bit of counseling and training and mentoring. So
Okay.
initially it was patient, then it was with the students, and then
Mm.
as a professor, again I had to train and mentor the students. I mean, not only related to academics also, but some minor problems they had with their families, some things which they would not share with their parents or something,
Yes.
they would just come and express it to me. And so I also had this change in me, wherein
Mm.
which I was a shy person. I had that inclination, okay, what happens for a shy person if he is not able to express? So I
Yes.
could actually empathize with the students and then ask them to speak out. So I
Yeah.
was like becoming a more of a friend with them. So the
Correct.
overall 20 years was into mentoring a relation. So
Mm.
I won't make it a demarcation by doing this different fields. I just say it was a 20 years of mentoring which I have been doing since so
Right,
many
right.
years.
Wonderful. So, like when you were a doctor, that also was the time when you were like mentoring people in terms of guiding them towards the right
Exactly.
process of getting the medication, getting healthier life. And now in IT also, you were kind of doing same thing.
Understanding people's psychology or what they really think, because many a times it happens that allopathic medicines we see, I mean, they are like directed towards a particular ailment or a particular disease, but
Yes.
homeopathic is an overall picture. So there I had that habit of case taking or something, so people would express with me, they would share their feelings with me. So I had that habitual process of understanding people, empathizing with them, sympathizing with them, understanding what they really feel and all. So that
Right.
process continues, and this is reached up to here now.
Great, great. So, if you have to list down few learnings from your career, from your life, uh, of like your journey of 20 years and previous also, what those learning would be, like important lessons or important learnings from your life would be, which you would like to share?
As I said, when you are trying to mentor people, or when you are trying to uh, understand people's feeling, sometimes it happened, and it happened quite frequently with me initial periods, that you try to get involved more with their personal feelings, and from the professional side, when you actually want something from them, I used to get more emotional with them and more attached to them. And
Yeah.
when the period passed out, and passing of that time, it was very difficult for me to come out of that phase, because I was so attached with them, like my few first patients, then my first students. And when they pass out, I would really, array, now what I have to do? I have been
Yeah.
so attached to them. So that
Correct.
detaching from a particular person. Now same with the family, because I was in a close in family, and as I said, a very
Hmm.
less friends, so I had that attachment kind of feeling. So initially, which I thought was a strength, became my weakness, that I
Correct.
try to get more involved with the people around,
Hmm.
and it was a bit of disturbing many a times.
Correct.
And
Correct.
I would sometimes go into depression also. I think, what's happening? So it
Yes.
was that
Mhm.
sort of feelings I had.
Right, right, right. Now, some different kind of question, but commonly we ask in all management classes, and these days it is asked in everywhere. So, what you think your vision, mission, and goal in life look like?
Entire vision or my goal in life will be, I really love to mentor and train people, and if I can be a part in their life, through
Okay.
which I can make a slight change in their life, if I'm able to do that, maybe get their hidden things or hidden expressions out, or help them to achieve their dreams and goals, it will be really a great thing. And I'm moving towards that. I'm planning to start my own platform, as I've already started. I'll be sharing with you later, maybe.
Okay. Mhm.
So vision is in the long term thing. Maybe I can help to the society,
Yes.
to guide people of whatever knowledge I have. If I am able to share it to them
Right,
in
right.
any way,
Mhm. Mhm.
I'll be able to do that. I have just started with that, I have just started with a few steps, and the journey is going to go a long way. I just initially started, and lockdown gave me a chance to start that process, basically.
And you told me that you have trained more than 11,000 teachers during that lockdown period. Can you share a little bit more on that?
So actually, what happened, the lockdown was a sudden impact, and it really affected the teachers because the lockdown started in mid-March, and that was the time when the exams had to be conducted. So it was a really setback to the teachers completing the syllabus, and how do you come into a sudden impact from offline to online? So how do you conduct meetings? How do you arrange the classes? How do you call students? So everyone was, so initially, and as I said, I had already done this designing courses and all, and I had quite a knowledge about IT related softwares as a master. So I started conducting classes in Google Classrooms. Then my college colleagues, they said, why don't you just share what you have, just try to teach us. Then it started with a group of 3 or 4 teachers, and then they said, okay ma'am, why don't you take it on a bigger thing, because my colleagues from other colleges and school also would like to join. So we started conducting faculty development programs, and then it went, during the lockdown, many of them went to their hometowns. So they're somewhere south, north and something. So they tried to spread it across. So I had to conduct faculty development program across India. So when everyone was in lockdown, I was traveling virtually nearly each and every state. I went to Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, then your Kerala, Rupali, then Hyderabad.
So like people were hiding in their rooms, their homes, and you were traveling.
Yes, and I was like virtually moving around, just sharing my knowledge. I said, okay, this is the way you conduct webinars. This is the way you try to coordinate with students and all. And it was totally free of cost. I said, oh no, because this is my moral responsibility.
Wonderful.
We are from the same fraternity. We are teachers. I know what is it to be a teacher and teach from online. And maximum we see teachers are women, and they have to manage their house and everything. So how do you try to work on that? So I would take lectures even late at night around 8:30, and because they said, okay, once we finish our work, then we'll try to work on that.
Wonderful.
So I was just like working 24 hours.
Yes. So that was kind of really hectic for you to organize these many sessions, interacting with so many people, and doing so many training programs day in, day out. Hectic one, huh?
It started at that, but I said, oh, if I'm going to help someone life, if they are going to be gained from that, why not? And if I have the knowledge, I might as well share it.
Yes. That was really wonderful to know about. So, like you shared with me that you are you are an author and you have authored 2 books. So, can you share with us like what these books are all about? And also, I would like to know about your programs. What exactly programs you are running on? How these programs are based out at? What is the idea behind your book and your programs? So 2 questions in one.
As I said, I am a professor in college, and I am also the training placement officer. So there, whenever our students pass, your UG or PG student, we see that they are technically strong. Any coding or any programming you give them, they are able to crack that technical route. But then when it comes to HR or their personal, so they are like, many of the college students are not from the urban area, so rural area. So they have that language problem, stage fear, and other things which they are not able to share with it. So they would get failed or rejected during the personal role. So then I started by grooming them. Okay, how do you present yourself? How do you write your resume? How do you try to express yourself? How should be the body language and all? So based on that, then whatever experiences I got from my students, whatever their feedbacks they gave. So then I said, why not I jot down it, and I started noting it in my diary. And then all those experiences, what the students said, how the student reached at this place, and then when you see them, they come to you after 6 months or 1 year, and ma'am, we have got this, and this is all because of you. So all experience I had the habit of noting in my diary.
Wonderful.
And during the lockdown, then when I had a free time, because all the lectures went online, and then after the exams, nearly 1 or 2 months I was just not having any work. So then I just plotted those all the points from the diary, and I said, why not I write a book? So it
Okay.
might be helpful to other students. So basically,
Wonderful.
both my books, first one is Personify Yourself. It
Okay.
basically on the soft skills, like not actually the soft skills which are done like body language, communication skills. This is basically
Yes.
with related what should be your attitude in life, what do
Okay.
you think success is, or
Mm-hmm.
how do you try to express yourself, then how do you try to mold yourself, how do you try to find yourself. All these points are there. So the
Okay,
book
so it
itself
is all about like having the right mindset and right attitude.
exactly. So finding. So
Wonderful.
the book
Wonderful.
Personify Yourself. The
Mm.
tagline is finding the you in you. So how do
Okay,
you
wonderful.
try to find yourself in you?
Amazing,
Because you're
amazing.
the only person who are able to know yourself. So
Correct.
that is what.
True.
Yeah. And then in taking these lectures, also mentoring from other colleges, I have been called as a resource person from many colleges because
Okay.
all these contacts of faculty development. So I have been called as a resource person also for
Yes.
soft skills or other IT related topics and all.
Yeah, great. Mhm.
That is the advantage I had for this online medium basically.
Okay, so second book is all about?
Yeah, second is about, now as I said, I was a shy introvert, but then you come to know that you need people in life. Then
True.
all my experiences, okay, when you're shy, you're not able to express, then you
Okay.
don't understand how people are, you get attached with the wrong people, or you get bad experience with the wrong people. Then how do you try to understand people? So that
Okay.
is my next book. Need people, read people. So if
Okay,
you want
okay.
to be a part of the society, if you need people in your life, you need to understand the people.
Yes,
So
yes.
there I have tried to write the book with the different case studies and
Hmm.
how different persons which have come in my life. Actually, those are all fictional characters I have, but some
Okay.
experience which I had
Hmm.
in my medical field or teaching field or others, I have
Yes,
tried
yes.
to express in that book.
So like
That is all
first
about.
book is all about you, how you behave, how
Yes.
you be, what your mental state is, how you, like what is your attitude look like. And second book is how you interact with others, how you understand them, how you interact with them, how you go ahead with them, like sharing your relationship with others. Wow, that
Understand
is
yourself first, then you try to understand others. So you are
yes.
able to gel in this society, and you don't have to really work others.
Wonderful, wonderful. This is really awesome. So I would like to like see your books. How like these books are like. Do you have
And
them?
as I said, yeah, these are the two books. And as
Okay.
I said, I was a designer myself. I have designed the cover also.
Oh
And
wow.
both these books are on Amazon Kindle also, and they are on
Okay,
Amazon, Flipkart, and other things, where both of them are for sale. Basically, when I go as a resource person, I usually try to gift it to people, because that is my main intention, sharing whatever knowledge you have. So I really don't mind. I mean, they say ki ma'am kitne paise? I said no, you gain something from this, that's going to be my fee. So that is the reason.
So guys, whosoever is listening, watching, these books are must. So go and watch out. So ma'am, let's move on to next one. What is the main focus or learning from these books? You have already shared, but I want a few highlights from these books.
Yes, sir. So, highlights in the sense now, first, the very first topic which I had expressed in my book in Personify Yourself is express yourself. Because that is my personal feeling, because I could not express myself to the family, to my friends, or to my teachers. So even if I would knew the answer, I would not go stand up and tell the teacher the answer. And many a times I had the scolding also from the teacher, okay, why don't you answer? So I found out that I have a very terrible stage fear. How do I try to overcome? So then again I try to express, okay, once you are fear of doing something, the first thing you do is you try to do that work, so that fear goes. So the maximum fear you have, the stage fear, I try to be, and I became the teacher. I said I have to go and stand in front of the crowd. Let's see what happens. So that is the way I try to overcome my fear, and over the period I overcome it, and then I try to help others because I knew exactly what they were feeling about it. So I would ask the student in the class also who was very silent. I said, "You answer." Other students who would raise, I said no, because I knew because I could empathize. This is the person who I am.
Yes.
I could see myself in it. So that way I have doing this.
So I can very well relate to it because I remember when I was in 10th or 11th, I used to have similar kind of fear because my English was really pathetic that point in time. Also, when I tried to put up a step to get into the front and speak about anything, I used to fumble a lot. So gradually, I started trusting myself. Whatever you are doing, whether you are doing correct, wrong, do it. Let's see what happens. Then in prayer one day, what I did is I did the announcement part, lost and found. We used to do lost and found announcements. Often, some people lost their keys, lunchbox, or something like that. So I did that lost and found announcement first time. After that, I conducted entire morning sessions like prayer, from prayer to the dispersal. All announcement which was happening, that was done by me. So gradually there, first initiative was taking first step ahead and did the announcement part. Then gradually taking the charge, announcement of entire prayer activities. That was the thing. When I did it first, I thought people would laugh, and nobody laughed. To my surprise, then I got some kick, you can say confidence. Then I started doing things. Then gradually I learned the art of speaking, art of presenting. Gradually I am whatever I have learned, I learned from that thing. Really wonderful. So
Yes, even I do that. I do that in my classes. When the students said, "Ma'am, we are afraid," I just call them. I said, "You just take the roll calls. You just have to call the names."
correct.
That too, because they are friends. So they said they are not able to read the name. I said, "You just have to read their names." So it
Yes.
starts with them. They initially call the name. Then I said, "Okay, you ask them a question." So it starts with that. And finally, by the end of the term, I ask them to give a presentation on any of their topics.
Great. So, since you are already doing various courses, some would be paid, some would be free, but the main core objective is to help others. So, for your viewers, your audience, your clients, whosoever they are, what is the value proposition or offering or outcome they should perceive from your courses, from your guidance?
So basically, I have, as I said, in lockdown, because I met with many professors, many students, many trainers. So I also started an online platform that is called as KnowEdge, which is share, express, sharpen your knowledge. So basically, whatever knowledge, now we think that initially I said, okay, I have become a doctor, now I have all the knowledge in the world and I can do anything. Because at that age you have that, okay, you have become a graduate, means you have all the knowledge in the world. But as you move ahead in life, you come to know that no, this is not you get. So whatever knowledge, so each and every step. So even today I learn so many things from my student. Every day is a learning phase for me. So this platform is sharpen your knowledge, whatever you have. And so how are you going to sharpen? Now I am in front of you. There is so much of knowledge. Even you have been doing this platforms and all. You have been doing this podcast. So I try to learn from you, and whatever experience I have, I try to share it with you. So sharing of knowledge, then caring about each other, whatever knowledge you have, because the knowledge is going to remain in this world. We might be there today, tomorrow, but the knowledge, whatever we have, it should not go with us. So we try to share it, and so we are going to sharpen that. So that is the purpose of that platform. And I have got nearly about 700 plus resource persons in that from various fields. soft skill trainers, IT related, management related, English
Hmm.
professors and others who are
Hmm.
ready to give. They just say, okay, ma'am, yes, we can conduct, if you want, we can conduct a session for you. So
Yes.
I mean, not actually paid, but I usually provide a resource persons to various institutes,
Ha.
universities, corporations.
Great.
It is a good advantage for them also,
Ha.
because many a times for professors, the API and are calculated if you are a resource person. So
Yes.
it is a win-win situation for both.
Right.
So
Right.
even around across the India, you get trainers because you never know which trainer is from which place, and so
Right.
it's a good advantage.
Correct. Correct. Truly, rightly said, and very well. Like your point is really valid in this current times, COVID. We have seen this change evolution from physical training to an online 100% online sessions. So you already are a trainer mentor, but I want to know from you, do you have any mentor in life? And if you have any, I would like to know what are the learnings from them.
Best mentor was, as I said, best friends in life. As a child from the family itself, my mother was my greatest mentor,
Okay, yeah.
because at that time when my mother was married, she had just finished her BA, and then after my elder brother and all, she pursued and completed her MA, then she
Okay,
completed her LLB. So my mother is MA LLB. She is now 80 years of age, but
okay.
she can do all the apps freely. She is on social media. She is
Wonderful.
an author herself. She writes
Oh,
Marathi
great.
stories in magazines and all. And she is really, and if you look at her, she is more active than me. Sometimes I get tired and exhausted. She said, no, what is that? So much you have to do in life. So
Yes.
she is the greatest idol to me and the best mentor or teacher. She is my best critic. Anywhere I am wrong, and she is there to guide me. So I'm
Right.
very lucky to have, and she is the best mentor I can say. And she herself uh, guided me. She said, why don't you have so many things? Why don't you write it down? I said, I'm not
Ah,
a good at writing. She said, whatever you feel, you write it down. You do
right.
not have to be a good
Correct.
writer to write down. So the
Yes,
book is
yes.
written in very simple language, not very aesthetic, or because I am not a linguistic or a language, a very good language, but it's simple thing, but people can understand what I wanted to
The
share.
main idea
So
is to express your views.
exactly,
Right,
exactly.
right, right. Wonderful. So, if I talk about inspiration, who is your biggest inspiration in life and why?
Biggest inspiration, that's what I said, my mother, parents, my mother and father, because like my father, I wanted, he was a professor, I said I want to become like him.
Okay, okay,
And he was a very social person, and even now he is expired for nearly 20 years now, but even
okay.
his friends come to us, he said, you don't know what your father was. He was a jewel of a person, and I
Hmm.
really appreciate after 20-25 years people
People
coming to
still
us and
recognize.
telling, and they have hardly met him just during their office hours or as
Hmm.
a students. These students who are like seniors now, 60 plus also, still they
Hmm.
come and tell you कि नहीं sir जी की जो personality थी, we have not, and the way he has guided us and all.
Hmm.
So that is why in inspiration I'm trying to be like him. I know it is
Right.
very difficult. That is what I try to say. I said after few years also the students should come and say कि no, ma'am was there and ma'am has really made a big change in our life.
Wonderful. Great, great. So, moving on to next one. So, what do you think success looked like, and what is your take on success?
Success, now in my book in Personify Yourself, one chapter is on success also. So
Hmm.
this also, I really was not sure what actually is success. Many would say that as in a family, when you say you have your uncles, aunts, and they say, okay, how successful is she? So many sides she's changing. She's not
Hmm.
focused at all. First
Yes.
medical she did, then designing. She's not at all focused. And they would just come and tell my mother, okay, why don't she focus on something? She has to be successful in life. Then I would ask her, what actually is success? They said, success, you don't know, understand success. How is it? So I try to understand the definition of success. So then some people said achieving a goal. Some said, getting a big multinational job. Some said earning big money. I said,
Big
when
money.
success is defined in so much variety, how can
Yes.
we say a person is successful? So according to you, maybe your success is earning a lot of money. According to me, gaining confidence or something. So if
So
the
what you feel like
definition,
your success should be?
yes, so I try to come up with one definition. I said success and happiness. So the successful day, I said, at night after the entire whole day, when I am able to sit and relax and sleep, and I feel ki no, my day was worth it. I have made a slight change in one's life, and this is what I have achieved today. So this is success to me, because I'm satisfied and happy for the work I have done. So that,
so like, it's kind of satisfaction. Once you do anything in life, you feel better after doing it, and you enjoy that the like aroma of some what we call it as some incense or kind of thing which you feel from your work you have done, whatever. So that was kind of internal aroma.
Internal, it should come from inside. No, I have become successful. So success has to be defined by me and not by others.
Correct. Wonderful. So with this, we are moving on to the last question. Any message, advice, or guidance you would like to share with your viewers, listeners?
Whenever I conclude my session, I usually tell all my students also for motivational things or anything, you have to be yourself.
Yes.
You don't have to copy others, don't try to imitate others, because your life and their lives are different. You know yourself better. Never rely on others. He will help me or he will help me. And then you go into depression. I did so much from them, and I expect them from. That is what leads to depression. So you try to be with yourself. So just find the you in you, because you know yourself better. You are with you for the 24 hours, and nobody is going to be more clear and more thing then. So only you are able to hold you. So that is what I usually
starts with you, and last thing ends with you.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Very well said. With this note, I would like to say that today's session was really amazing. You have shared wonderful, amazing insights, and it was amazing to hear you. I want to hear you more. So Dr. Rupali, thank you so much for your time. And I really enjoyed whatever we have discussed, whatever conversation we had. I really want to hear more from you, and would like to invite you again whenever we can have some discussion lined up. So I would like to again invite you on this platform. Also, I'd like to share your links, social media links and website links with people who are listening, who are viewing, so that whenever they feel like engaging with you, interact with you, have some knowledge sharing sessions with you, to have some learnings they want to seek from you, they can contact you, they can be in touch with you, and you would be able to help them out. So don't I really would be sharing them so that people get benefited out of it. So thank you so much, Rupali ji, for your kind guidance, advices, knowledge sharing with us. And I also would like to thank everyone for watching or listening this podcast and vodcast. I am hopeful that we have gained a lot of information and enjoyed watching you, listening your thoughts. Guys, it would be a wonderful learning here. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you, and bye-bye.